I'm Mariton Villanueva from Himaya PH. I'm a fashion designer and I do natural dyeing. So natural dyeing is the process of using natural materials such as flowers, barks, leaves. Some people even use insects or pests like cochineal to create dyes or to create pigments to dye on fibers or textile or any natural material. So scouring the fabrics is cleaning the fabrics or removing excess wax or dirt buildup so that the colors or the pigments will adhere better in your fibers. So we start with boiling the water and adding 2 tablespoons of washing soda and 2 tablespoons of mild detergent. After that dissolves, you have to place in your fabrics and make sure that the fabric can move around freely in the solution so that it is able to be scoured properly or evenly. And then we let that boil for 15 to 30 minutes, again, to remove the wax and to remove the dirt in your fibers. So after scouring, we do mordanting, and the mordant is the fixative, which helps your fiber or which helps your dye to adhere to the fiber. So it's like an adhesive that works with the dye and the fibers. There are different kinds of mordants, but for this project we use soy milk to mordant our fibers. So we mix one ratio of soy milk to 1 ratio of water. So if you use, for example, if you use 1 liter of soy milk, you just add 1 liter of water in a bucket. So you combine the two together, and then you soak in your fibers overnight, and then make sure again that the fiber is completely covered with the soy milk water solution. After mordanting, we extract the dye from the dye source. So for this project, we used coffee grounds, onion skins, and annatto seeds or achuete. So for the extraction, you add the dye source to the pot and then cover the dye source with water. I usually go with a ratio of one part dye source to 3 parts water. Just make sure again that the dye source is completely covered with water. And then we let that boil for an hour at least. You can do 3 hours for a deeper color. So the longer you boil the dye source, the more color you extract from the dye source. To create patterns, we use dye resist techniques. So you can use strings or rubber bands or stones or marbles or wooden beads to tie the fabrics and create circles, diagonals, geometrical patterns, and different shapes. You can use even a thread to create a certain drawing with the dye resist techniques. So with the dye resist, whatever you cover with a string or with a rubber band, that will create the design on the fabric. I like using the wooden beads and also the stitching because there's so many things that you can do with the stitching with a stitch resist. So after doing the patterns on your fabric, after doing the dye resist techniques, you will now submerge your fabrics or your fibers into the dye bath. And we let that boil for 1 hour at least or more for deeper color or more saturation. And after an hour to 3 hours, we turn off the heat, and then you can let that fabric stay for overnight or even up to a week. The more that you let your fabric soak in the dye bath, the deeper your color will be, the more saturated the color will be. So after soaking, you can now take out your fabrics and just wash your fabrics with water to rinse out any residue. So wash your fabrics with water to remove any residue from the dye bath, and then unravel your dye resist, or the strings or the rubber bands that you use, or the wooden beads, and then you can hang it to dry under the shade. I like to cure, if you can call it. I like to cure the dye in the fabric for a week or maybe for a few days before washing with soap, just to get the most out of the pigment.